Thursday, June. Make sure audio's good here. Thursday, June 23rd, 2022. Today on the Daily Review, we discuss a film by Anand Gandhi called Ship of Theseus from 2013 with your host, me, Joe the Rock. Sorry, I just finished the movie like 30 seconds ago, and I should not have started so quickly after. Holy shit, this movie hit pretty close to home. Pretty remarkable movie. You guys are, you're killing me here. You're fucking killing me here, India. America is bad at making movies. This is holy shit, this movie's hardcore. This is good. All right, let me compose myself here. Let me get a little more light on my face. All right, why this hit close to home? Some people, especially people who are new to the channel, might not know that I was born with a heart condition, and in 2010, I was really sick, and I was put on the heart transplant list, and I was on there for 2 years, and I ended up having different surgeries and getting on a bunch of medication that I take every day in this little doodad right here. And I'm on my 4th pacemaker. Here are my other 3 pacemakers that used to be inside me. They get bigger and bigger because my heart gets shittier and shittier. And now there's this. Oops. That's where the 4th one is right there. So you can just see. Not safe for work. I'm going to show you my scars. So I have these scars. Anyway, why I tell you that is because for people who have not seen this is a movie about transplants on a philosophical level and a moral level. It's quite remarkable. It's 3 stories for 3 different people. A photographer who gets an eye transplant, a monk who needs a liver transplant, and like a young stockbroker guy who gets a kidney transplant. But then his story, they all kind of are different ideas. The Ship of Theseus, which I was like, what is that? I know that from college, from some philosophy course. I remember hearing that's like the Gordian knot or something, one of those like, oh, that's like a Greek thing that somebody, and I forgot what it was about, but yeah, it's that idea that, let's say you replace a board on a ship because it's rotten. Still the same ship, correct? But let's say over time, every single board on that ship, every rope, every piece that made it that ship has been replaced over time. Is it still the same ship? And conversely, if you used all the rotten parts that you took off that, collected them, and built a ship, is that the same ship? Or is it a new ship? Just because it's the same parts. Which is such a brilliant way to approach the idea of transplant, which is something that took me a very long time to wrap my head around. The idea that somebody else had to lose their life for a heart, to get a heart. And then there's also like these kind of metaphoric implications of what the heart represents. And same thing with the eyes and other parts of the body. Is it still you? Now, all right, so the first story, I actually was not super into the first one about the eyes because I thought it was going to be a horror movie. And I thought it was just really slow. I thought it was like her eyes are going to be, she got the eyes of a murderer. Now she's evil. No, but it's not like that at all. It's a much more philosophical, moral movie. More like a Michael Haneke movie or, like where you're really just sitting with these characters and we're dealing with a moral quandary and we're going to just attack it from different narrative points of view. So she has, eye problems. I don't know why I giggled after that. And she takes up photography while she's vision impaired, we'll say, as just like, I need a way to express it. And she's got this cool printer where she can kind of like feel the shape of it and everything. And I actually kind of was irritated with her character at first because I felt like she was so ungrateful for getting eyes, because then she can see now, and now she doesn't like her photography. She like nitpicks every little thing, and it's like it's not that now that she can see, she doesn't need to use. I don't know. It's like this acceptance of this idea. I thought it was very, very, very good job. But at first I was like, this lady's a bitch. She got the ability to see, and now she's like, ugh. But I just like didn't get it. I didn't get like the vibe of the movie at first. And then we get to the monk story in the middle, and it's great because he's protesting animal rights and stuff, and like not to have stuff tested on them. And then he finds out that he needs to take medication for cirrhosis of the liver, but he can't find any medication that isn't from a pharmacy that tests on animals. So he sticks to his guns since he's a monk, and he's like, all life matters, all existence is the same, whether it's, the president of something or a little fucking ant on the ground. But right away, his story right away, I kind of felt more connected to. Not that I live my life like that at all, and he's a vegan, which I'm not, and so... but for something, there's a young student. I didn't find that actor's name, and who's like his little protege, and that kid is such a good actor, so natural the way their conversations flow back and forth. I love that, and he kind of plays like devil's advocate to a lot of the monk's ideas, because he's like his little Padawan learner. It's great. I love it. That one was the one emotionally that struck me the most. And then the third one is about. They kind of well, I won't spoil that one because there's a couple twists and turns in that, but it's about like selling organs and that the kind of black market for organs, which I always thought was crazy. Like I always thought that was like like conspiracy stuff, but that totally happens. I don't know how prevalent it is in the United States, but it must happen here too for sure. And I mean, I was never proposed with anything like that. I was put on the list. I was in level 2A. Somebody correct me. Mom, correct me. 2A, which is like you're sick enough you're in the hospital, but you're not like about to die. There's like 2 levels above it. There's one above it where you can't live outside the hospital because you have to be on milrinone. It's like this IV drug the whole time, which actually doesn't make you sick or anything, but it has to be administered like one, you have to like live in the hospital to deal with it because it has to be perfectly monitored, like chemo or something like that, but it doesn't make you sick. And then there's a final stage where it's like, you need this heart ASAP. And so, yeah. And, I have some people in my life who are affected by transplants, so I don't want to talk about that actually. So this it is beautiful. The person who recommended it was like, tell me that's not the most beautiful movie you've ever seen, or like best movie. And it's like, fuck, it is really, really, really good. In the first 30 minutes, I was like, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about, or that person doesn't know. And I was like, oh Jesus, that climax. I'm not gonna say what the climax is, but in that climax, I just like welled up. I just like I didn't even know that the movie was affecting me that much. And then when it comes to the climax, it's so unassuming. It's so, this director's so smart. He reverse engineered the movie and he never shows his hand. And then by the time you get to the end, you go, oh my God, in America, it would have been the complete opposite direction. You would have known right from the bat what it's leading to, and would have ruined it. If it were a commercial American movie, if this were like starring Will Smith or something, who I never liked. All right, I never liked him. I'm on record. That's why I have a show going all the way back. I think I said it way before the slap that guy's a kind of a chucklehead. Anyway, so also this director, people recommended this because I'm going to brutalize this name, but he was the creative director on Tumbad with Rai Anil Brave. Not bad, right? I think I might have gotten there. And it's this kind of fable. People keep wanting me to talk about this, and it's so funny because I watched it like a year and a half ago, and I talked about it a little bit during a review, but I didn't do a full review, and I'm thinking that nobody on my channel would care, and now I have more people in India watching my channel than in the United States. That's what it said in the stats. I just gotta move to India. I'm much cooler there, apparently. People like me there more. Anyway, if anyone in India would like to marry me, I will move there. Or you can move here, I guess, if you want. I don't have a house. I live in this room, though. And I'm on my 4th pacemaker, so bit of a gamble. Anyway, Tumbad's it's like a fable about greed, and the climax is insane. I'm not going to go super in depth on it, But what I want to tell my American viewers, watch Tumbad because it's not super, super long. And don't watch a trailer. And I don't even want to tell you what genre it is. Just click on it because that's what I did. One day I was on I think it's on Netflix, I'm pretty sure, or Amazon. And I was just like, Tumbad, what the fuck is that? And I clicked on it. And after like 10 minutes, I was like, what is this? Like, I didn't know what the poster looked like. I didn't even know it was Indian until like they started speaking. And I was like, oh, okay, this is an Indian film. But I just was like, literally like, what's this? I used to do that every once in a while, you know. And I watched another one that was really bad around that same time period. And then I was like, maybe Indian cinema's not for me. And then it took the right movie for me to get in. But yeah, I do like Tumbad. I would give Tumbad like a B+. I wasn't in love with it, but I thought it was like crazy. And the production design is amazing. And it's like genuinely horrifying. But this movie, Ship of Theseus... You guys are killing me, man. You're making me look. It makes it seem like I'm pandering to you guys. And when I say you guys, I mean everybody in India. But you know what I mean? Like, but I'm not. I'm really not. These movies are blowing my mind because I don't know. I'm just get so excited when there's. This happened to me before when I found Polish cinema, and it happened to me when I found Austrian cinema and Michael Haneke and German cinema. You know, and then when I found. Godard or something, I would be like, "Duh!" and fall like face first into it. The first, international cinema that I got into, and which dictated many things in my life, was Italian neorealism when I was in college, and I just was like, "Oh, here's another angle," because I'm so used to watching America. Grow up in America, you get used to the American movies, and even the indie like independent American movie scene isn't the same thing as it used to be. So this is so fun. I've talked too long about this Ship of Theseus. I had to download it as we'll say a rental because it is not available in the States unless you want to do a VPN. Anyway, my nose is running because this movie made me fucking cry. Anyway, you can like and subscribe if you like to subscribe. I'm here every day. And you can be here as much as you'd like. Before you recommend a movie to me, though, dude, just check. Just click on my thing and see look back like the last 2 weeks, or type in the little search bar, because everybody's like, you gotta watch, you gotta watch something by S.S. Rajamouli, and I was like, dude, I only reviewed like 6 or 7 Indian films, and 3 were by him. So, but anyway, I don't care. It's fine. I'm loving the recommendations I'm getting. And sorry if I haven't gotten to your recommendation yet. It doesn't mean sometimes finding these are hard, or I got to be in the right mood. And so I don't want to push it. I'm not ignoring anybody, but and I am going to do The White Shadow soon, which is a show that you can watch anywhere in the world, I'm pretty sure, because it's just one long 8-hour stream on YouTube. It's genius. It's about American basketball. a very American inner city basketball, which I'm sure is very popular everywhere. Okay. Anyway, guys, I'm loving it. I'm loving my journey to India. It's great. Thank you for joining me. I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful Thursday. You want to learn something?